Hello, this is a review of my 55-gallon aquarium. I am transitioning from a 15-gallon tank. It was a column tank, and some people on YouTube may have seen it. I really like this tank. My wife and I have been thinking about having a larger tank for a while, and up until recently we saw a really good special on PetSmart, and I just had to have it. It's really good. This is the top fin one, the 55-gallon top fin. Now, when you buy this aquarium, what I really like is the construction of it. It uses the dark tint on the edges, so you don't see the bluish, and so it really blends really nicely. In comparison to the hood that I had before, it's a little bit different because before I used to have an actual lid with a door and hinges that you could move up and forward for feeding. These right here are supposed to be your feeding holes. I find that a little bit awkward. Also, before I was using a different type of lighting. These come with the LEDs, which provide quite a bit of light, but as you can see even putting it in and out, you know, you're gonna have some of the condensation of the water on the top, and it's gonna bring it down. So I find that hole to be a little bit on the small side in terms of the feeding, so I didn't like that. The other thing is that they're snapped. The way that the lights are put, they're actually snapped, as you could probably see or appreciate. I know it's pretty bright. So that I didn't like, but aside from that, you know, it doesn't have like the other systems. You see, like right here, the way that this fits, you kind of have to wrestle with it a little bit. Once you get it in, it stays there, but it's not entirely perfect. But I mean, those are just like little nuances that I'm picky about in comparison to the other aquarium that I had, which was made by Aquarium. I do like Aquarium aquariums, but they don't have a starter kit like this one, and I did like this one quite a bit. Now, this one we bought with the top fin stand, and we wanted to have some compartments so that we could put some wedding pictures and our Bible and other things. But this, for a starter kit, it does come with something, and it was at a great value. It was $100. It's originally $200. I bought it for $150, and then I went to the store just yesterday to get my new two ornaments, which is the shipwreck, and they had it at $120. So PetSmart gave me back $30 for $120 to get that tank. It's a bargain. It's a really good deal that I just couldn't see it past. Now, just the aquarium itself, if you bought a different brand or the aquarium by itself, if you go to Petco or if you go to other places where they sell the aquariums, you're probably not gonna find a 55-gallon for less than $150, $180, or more than $200. Now this one, like I said, it did come with both hoods, which I do like, even though they're not my favorite ones. And it also came with the filtration system from Top Fin. That was something that I completely disliked. When it comes to the filtration system, the Marineland Penguin 350 is by far my favorite one. This is just a remarkable filtration system. It's really quiet. This is my master bedroom, so I do want something that I can enjoy, watch a TV, watch a movie, you know, go to sleep, and not have to turn it off. And that Marineland Penguin 350, and on my old aquarium I had another Marineland for less gallons, and it did a superb job. It does, I believe it's 400 gallons of water per minute. So I mean, it's quite a bit. 350, I take it back. So it's quite a bit. It uses the cartridges, the Type C cartridges from Marineland, and you have the choice of putting 2 on each compartment. So it's just a really good system. I've used the Marineland, I've used the Top Fin, I've used the a couple other brands that I've had in other aquariums, and it just doesn't compare. Usually I change the carbon filters about once every other month. I know I can go that long and the water stays very, very nice, very clean, very crisp, as you can see it right here. Um, and usually every week what I do is that I pull them out, I rinse them, and then I do use the uh, water from Walmart. This is the reversed osmosis water. Basically, this is just to top off my filter. I mean, to top off my aquarium, you know, because of the condensation and the filtration and the circulation of water, you are going to have some water evaporate. So I do use that water, and I found out that it's really, really good. I just couldn't be happier with this aquarium. As you can see, it is very nice. It's very, very neat. With the marine lined aquarium system, filtration system, it's just very, very quiet. As you can see, the package did come with that the heater, the water heater. That water heater is mediocre at best. It doesn't do anything, to be honest with you. It just warms it up a little bit. I had to literally warm up water on the side before I could put my fish into the tank so I can get it to an appropriate level. And this is my old one. This is also a Marine Land. And again, Marine Land just does remarkable products in terms of aquariums. And that Marine Land that's over here, that's the one that was in my old aquarium. So it's not rated for 55 gallons, but using them in combination, I'm able to keep my water at 82 degrees. I do like to keep it warm. I've noticed that, as you can see the temperature right there, it's at 82 degrees. Oh, and that's my favorite fish right there. I just really, really like the red parrot cichlid. It's really cool. Anyway, so this is a freshwater aquarium, and it does have, right now I'm at 9 fish. I'll probably end up around 20 fish. Don't want to be above that. Some of these fish has the red parrot cichlid, or that little cool Oscar that's there. They're gonna grow considerably more, and I know this is a semi-aggressive to aggressive. I got some gouramis in there, and you can see that one tetra. That's been one of my original fish. That dude's been there for, I don't know, about 6 months now, and somehow is hanging in there, which is pretty interesting, you know, because these are pretty aggressive fish. And then I have that white molly, and that white molly was actually born in my old aquarium. It was a tiny little fish. You could barely see it, and it's grown and grown and grown. And somehow he's hanging in there. And again, he's a community aquarium. He's completely non-aggressive, and he hasn't gotten eaten. So, God bless the poor little fish. And then I have a couple of koi catfish. Interesting, I had one in my aquarium here and another one in my aquarium. I have a 3-gallon aquarium with a with another fish and with a beta in my office. You know, I do like fish that much, and so I'm in my winter break, on my Christmas break, and I went and got them because I was just going almost every day to the office to feed them. So I brought them, and ever since I brought them, these two are inseparable. It's just too cute. I don't know if they're like a couple or something, but they're just really cool. And there's and then I got a tiger pleco somewhere in there. I don't know exactly where it's at, but just the coolest fish, you know. And I'm real picky about the fish that I have, because I don't like to have fish that, you know, later on I'm not gonna like or stuff like that. So I'm really, really picky on the fish that I have. I don't buy a fish just to buy a fish, or just to fill the tank. I wait till it's something that I really, really like. So that's pretty much my tank right now. My wife and I had seen these before, the shipwreck, and they do come in 2 different pieces. So you could go one or the other. You could get both of them. And we hadn't seen them in a while, and we didn't have the aquarium to really have them there. And I just really liked them. And then this castle could barely fit in my old aquarium, but it looked amazing. I have the Petco sells the bubbles with the LEDs, and when you turn off the light, right now it's daytime, of course, but when you turn off the light, especially at night, I have it on a timer, so it turns off at night about 11, turns back on at 7, but when the room is pitch black and you just see that, you can see the rays of light coming from the little castle, and it just looks really, really cool. In terms of electronics, everything's in here. It's I know it's poorly lighted, but I do have some of my chemicals and my my net and some of the instruction manuals that I just keep for for giggles. And then I have a timer, an electric timer, where I'm able to put the pump and the LED lights for precisely for the bubbler and or whatever it's called, and the LED. So at night I do have them on a cycle. I do turn off the light for the aquarium at 10. I turn it back on around 6:30, and then the light inside the castle turns off at 11 and turns back on at 6 in the morning. You give them about 7-8 hours of sleep. You know, I didn't believe that, but it's good to have your fish on a cycle, and it makes a ton of difference. It makes a ton of difference. They're healthier. The other thing is, don't overfeed, don't overpopulate. Do count the amount of time that you use when you feed your fish. You know, try and you play with the amount that you're giving them, and you time it. And if it's past a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and there's still food everywhere, you are overfeeding, which is going to increase your nitrates and your nitrites, and it's going to contaminate your water a lot quicker than you want, and you probably are not going to be able to give it enough time to develop the biological filtration, and you're just going to kill your own aquarium. So don't overfeed. I do feed my fish twice a day. I do use 2 blends. I use the Tetra Plus, just tropical fish, and I use that in the mornings, and then at night I use the one that's for cichlids. And again, my fish finish all their food between a minute and 15, a minute and 30 seconds. So I'm not overfeeding them. These are larger fish, and they're gonna get even larger. So it's just a lot of fun. It's very calming. It's very relaxing. I sit down on my sofa and I just you just look at them, and you're able to relax just listening to the water at night. Just the circling of the water, the little drip, and just looking at them there. But it's a lot of fun. It's not a very expensive hobby, but it's also not the cheapest. Things are expensive, but you don't have to go all out. So for $120, 55-gallon aquarium, I just couldn't let it pass. I think it was a pretty good deal. The castle was a present from my wife, and that one's a little pricey. But again, you don't have to go and buy everything all at once. Eventually, I do want to replace the cheap heater, and I'm gonna be using my old heater when I set up my 15-gallon in my office. So I'll have to buy a decent heater. You can go to different places. I buy stuff from everywhere. Like the aquarium, I bought it at PetSmart, and so is the shipwreck from PetSmart. The gravel's from Walmart. That big castle is from Petco. A lot of my fish are from Walmart. I mean, not from Walmart. I hardly buy fish from Walmart. But a lot of my fish is either from Pet's Barn. They do a really good job with the fish. Sometimes they're a little pricier, but on Fridays they have 2-for-1 cichlids and Oscars. So that's pretty much when I go, and if I see one that I really like, then I'll buy that one. Right now I've seen the stores have quite a bit of the red parrot cichlids, and so I guess they're like in season or something, but I've done a little bit of research, and those are very hardy, so they ought to be able to last you a long time. I have the same thing with the plecos. The gouramis are pretty hardy, so I mean, every once in a while you will have some fish die, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. Their lifespan is not like ours, and that's just the way it is. But again, highly recommended for $120, 55 gallons. It does come with the loud vacuum cleaner filtration system, which will do the job, and just don't overpopulate, don't overfeed. As far as the heater, mine is in the back of a window, and obviously it gets cold at night. Right now we're in winter time, so I do prefer to have the 2 water heaters inside. Make sure that the water is gonna be between 80-82 degrees. I used to have it cooler, but they were getting sick. They were getting ick and stuff like that, and they weren't moving as much. You keep the water. I mean, these are tropical fish after all, so I keep it between 80-82 degrees, and it's just they're a lot more active. They seem a lot healthier. The colors are also more vivid. If you have them a little bit cooler, the colors tend to be a little bit less sharp and less you're able to see that you're not able to see the contrast. Like if you see the little Oscar, I mean, I'm sure everyone's seen Oscar, but just look at the red on the side. I mean, it's very good. And again, I think it has a lot to do with the temperature, not having an overpopulated aquarium, and also the food that I'm giving them. So the other one is the cichlid food that I give them at night. The other one is the Tetra Tropical Plus. I think it's got the color enhancement, whatever that is. So, you know, I'll be loading up this to Facebook and to YouTube. If you have any questions, shoot me a line. My friend Ozzy and I have been doing aquariums since we were teenagers in high school, and we just really like them. And I've learned quite a bit from him, and if I can help you in any way, just shoot me a line on the comment section, and if I can be of any assistance. I see that there's a lot of friendly guys on YouTube, and that's really cool because it's a really cool hobby, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, talk to you later. Take care. Happy holidays. Bye-bye.